we are going to start with a nice, easy roll out because I have been stressed. I'm sure you have been stressed. My body is a little bit wound up. So right now we're just gonna roll. So if you have been listening to me ask you, you should have a roller, usual roller, 36 inches. If not, get on Amazon, have one delivered. You need it, it's fabulous. So we're gonna start on our hips. I know a lot of this you guys have done before. It shouldn't look new. I'm just gonna do it right here with you. So right at that bone, bottom leg is straight, top leg is bent, putting that little pressure on there as you need, and just slowly rolling down towards your knee. Nice and easy, nice and slow. There's no real right way or wrong way to be doing this, but going too fast might be the one wrong way. If this does not hurt, you can bring your other foot on top. And again, just rolling from your hip down to your knee for now. And again, if this doesn't hurt, you can bend both knees back and put your foot bring it up, and my foot's on my ankle right now. And that gives you even more pressure on that roller as needed. So take it for what you can, wherever you are. The more you roll, the less it hurts. The more it hurts, the more you need to roll. From here, I want you to stop right where your hip and your leg come together. You can roll nice forward, nice and slow right there, and then come right open back again. And rolling forward and back. If you do nothing else, just do a little rolling in your day. With everything that's so stressful right now, we need to do something that's nice for ourselves. And then from here, if you'd like, you can roll from your hip kind of up towards your waist a little bit. And again, play with where your body is talking to you. If you find a spot that gives you a certain little message, I want you to stay there and kind of roll it out through there. And then from here, I'm going to have you roll right onto your thighs. Your elbows are down, and just rolling back and forth to your knees, up the front of your quadriceps. And then we'll go to the other side. Once again, bottom leg is straight, top leg can be on top. It can be on the ground here if you need it, or it can be bent with that foot on top of your ankle. Do whatever works for you. I'm going to keep my legs straight because that's what feels good to me right now. It really does feel good. And while you're doing this, remember to breathe because that's important. I don't think I've been breathing for the last week or so. So even for I'm cueing you just mainly for myself. You can come along with what I need. Stop right where that hip and that leg come together and roll forward and then back and forward and back. If you need to even pause it, if some of these spots need a little more attention, go for it. I'm here just to remind you of all the rolling that we do, and it's going to be so good for you. And then rolling a little bit above from your hip to your waist. Good. And then come off of there. I'm going to just start right at the armpits, right about your bra line right there. Putting it right down. Your bottom knee is bent. Your top foot is right in front of your shin. Interlace your hands behind your head, and I want you to roll from your armpit down towards that bra line and back. I have my hip lifted. If it doesn't feel so good, sometimes if you're really sore, that's going to be a little too much pressure. You can keep your hip down and just do kind of a wiggle of your torso to get that happening. So as always, choose your own adventure. Do what works for you. Do what feels good for you. Just as long as you're here and doing this, and maybe every little bit helps. And from here, I want you to open your chest up to the ceiling a little bit, get kind of the back side beginning to start creeping in on your shoulder blade there. And I even come up sometimes right to that place, right where your arm attaches to your back, that little crux. That's a good one sometimes. And do that, get all that in there. And then come back, put your elbow down, and then I want you just to roll that top shoulder forward and then open it right back up again. And roll it forward and right back up again. And forward. And bring it right back open. And then sit up. And remember, if you need to know why we're doing this, you can take a little break. You can lift that arm you just rolled and compare it to the other one. And usually there's a big difference. One side will feel light and able to move. The other one's going to be a little bit more arduous. So that's why I put you through this pain. Honest, it's good for you. Bottom leg is bent, foot's in front of your shin, and roll from your armpit to your bra line there. Sometimes it's so hard to get moving. I have a hard time working out at home myself. I'm the worst. But right now we're all at home. We don't have any other options, so do what you can. Every little bit helps. And just when you don't want to work out, that's when you know you just have to do a little something. So this roller workout might be our little something. This is what I've got today. I'll be honest. And then put that hip down and roll forward and back and forward and back. And again, if you need to give a little more time to any of these spots, press pause, work on it a little bit more. You know your body, you know it feels good. If you've been sitting on the computer too long or holding on to children too long, cleaning too much, I don't know, whatever. Do what you need to do. And from here, I'm going to put the roller directly behind my back, and I'm going to lean back on that. I want you just to interlace your hands behind your head, pick your hips up, and then roll up towards your head. Nice and easy. If I roll out of the screen, oh, I have a little hood on, I'm about to strangle myself with that. Sorry if I roll out of the screen. Movie making is not my first forte, so we'll be experimenting through this together. You're getting the videos and the bloopers all in one, because there will be no editing. And from here, lean over to the right side a little bit. And then over to the left side a little bit. Come back to the middle. I'm going to scoot down a little bit here so I don't look like I'm losing my head. And from here, I want the roller right below your shoulder blades, and then just let your chest open up to the ceiling. Get that extension all the way backwards. And then exhale and give me a small little chest lift forward. Inhale as you let that chest open up. And exhale brings it forward. This is an area that might be tight, tight, tight for you. So go to where you can go. And then each time, maybe try to increase it a little bit. Inhale as you extend your back open. And exhale as abdominals pull towards the mat as you come forward. One more time. Open it all the way up. And bring it all the way up. Good. From here, I'm going to give you a little roll in case anybody's knees hurt at all. I want you to lie down with the roller so that it's like a body pillow. And I want your top leg to come right on the top of it. I like to be on my elbow so I can get a little purchase and a little push, and then just roll that roller right on up the inside of your thigh and see if there's anything there. As with rolling, I am just always kind of exploring for spots that give me a little tweak, give me a little ouchy feeling, and those are the spots I want to give attention to. You can play with this. Leg can be straight, your leg can be bent. How's that for perspective with my foot coming? Looks like I have ginormous foot. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Yeah. Mine hurts right up by my knee a little bit, so I'm gonna give it a little pressure down and then just a little. Okay, so somebody called me and interrupted our video here. So I'm just going to pick up again and do the other side. So sorry for the very not smooth transition, but here we go. Bottom leg is straight, top leg is bent, and on that roller, I'm on my elbow, and I'm just gonna roll on the inside of my thigh. Again, you can put lots of pressure on there if you need. You can put just a little pressure. You can roll your foot up, down, straighten it, bend it. This is just kind of your exploration to feel what your body needs and where. This will kind of release some of the tension that connects to the inside of your hips, and hopefully release some of the pressure that might be pulling at your knee. Sometimes I get little tweaks and twinges and pulls at my knee that feel a little wonky, and this will help release some of that pulling feeling. Good. And then come all the way up. I'm going to have you turn the roller back this way. Lean back on that roller again. Interlace your hands behind your head. Pick your hips up. Look up to the ceiling, and then I want you to walk your feet over to the right so that you're kind of at an angle and cattywampus on the roller, and you're going to roll at an angle across that right shoulder. Look up to the ceiling and let gravity just kind of have your head in your hands and relax across there. So you should be feeling this right across your shoulder blade. There's usually some little sludgy parts that are nice and tight through there, especially for me right now. This is my spot. This is what I need. I get a number of little kerthunks in my muscles there. So just breathing through that. And after getting in there just a little bit, set your hips down, and you can let your arm fall backwards and around and circle, and just let the gravity kind of have a little hand in getting a range of motion in that shoulder, getting those muscles stretched out and opened up. And then interlace your hands behind your head again. Walk through the center over to the left side, so you're rolling across your left shoulder at an angle. And there is the clunk of my tight shoulders. That must be where I am holding the COVID-19 stress of my life. So I am love-hating this roll right now, as you might be as well. Just rolling through there. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. Try not to fight it. Let yourself melt right onto that roller. Let gravity help you. And then stick that derriere down, and again, circle that arm around just a little bit. Let gravity have that arm, have that shoulder. It should feel good to get that full range of motion in your shoulder. All right, and sitting up, turning your roller lengthwise, I would like you to sit your rear right on the end and lying all the way lengthwise on the roller. I want your tailbone on the roller, and I want your head on the roller. I don't want anything hanging off one way or the other. From here, your feet are hip width apart, and I want you to keep them there. Hands come up to the ceiling. Let gravity again have your shoulders. Let your chest just have a chance to open up. From here, right arm comes over your head, left arm comes down by your side as you scissor your arms. And just scissor back and forth. Your hands are doing a lot of moving right now. I want you to think about where your arms originate their movement from. So think about moving from the middle of your back. And come all the way up to the ceiling. Let your arms open out to the side, and then gather the room as you bring it back up to the ceiling. And open it out. Feel that stretch across your chest and your shoulders, and bring it right back up. A lot of times our necks get sore from just living or whatever we have going on. And a lot of that soreness comes from also the tightness in the front of our chest. So let that chest expand and be open. Last time, bring it back up to the ceiling. Hold it right there. Left arm is going to come down by your side. Inhale. On the exhale, left leg comes up to tabletop, and then extend that arm and leg all the way out and bring it right back in. Now, if you did a little dance with that right foot, which I know a lot of you do, I know your names. I'm not going to say any names, but bring that right foot back to where it was. I wanted those feet parallel, so keep it there. I know it feels good to shimmy and Susie Q your foot around, but I want you to stay with those feet hip width apart and then leave them there. Hold it right there. Right arm comes down by your side. Inhale. On the exhale, right leg comes up to tabletop. Let your shoulders relax. Shows you how out of balance I am. I'm even having a hard time with this. Let your shoulders just roll around the roller. Knees can come together. Left foot comes quietly down to the mat. Left arm floats quietly up to the ceiling. Arm and leg reach all the way out and bring it right back in. And bring it out and bring it right back in. Inhale, reach your arms long, your legs long, and bring it right back in. Put some energy all the way through your fingers, all the way through your toes, and bring it right back in. One more time, reach it out. Bring it right back in. Float that left arm down to the mat. Inhale. On the exhale, left leg comes up to tabletop. From here, I want you to extend that right leg out. And then switch. And switch. And switch. If it's a good enough challenge just to hold your legs up in tabletop, that's where you are. If you want this extra challenge to add some little extension with your legs, go for it. This again is a choose your own adventure, which is pretty safe to say about all my workouts. Both legs come into tabletop and they both extend out and pull it right back in. Inhale as they extend out and pull right back in. Two more. One more time. Hold right here. Right foot comes quietly down. Left foot comes quietly down. And I want you to bring your hands in a little prayer position in front of your chest. Bring your hands in front of your face. Let your fingertips touch the ground right above your head. Let your elbows fall apart. Let your hands fall apart and circle those arms all the way out and around to the side. Again, letting those shoulders and that chest get a good stretch. Let gravity help you. It's here. This is the lazy part of working out right here. Letting gravity help you. Circling those arms around. If there's any parts that are a little tight in your shoulders, you can go a little slower. You just want to try to get them moving as much as you can. One more time, we're going to touch the ground. Let your elbows fall. Let your hands fall apart. Bring your arms around. Stop in that little stick 'em up position. And stay here and breathe. Again, just getting that stretch across the front of your chest might help relieve some of the stress in your back and in your neck. This is a position you can always come to if you didn't know where they're rolling. This is it. If you've had a bad day, just lie on the roller. Let yourself have a good dose of oxygen by letting your lungs have the space to open up. Bring your arms down by your side. From here, I want you to look off to the right, and then I want you to let your head slide off the roller. Oh, my neck's tight. From here, I want you to put a little pressure on your right hand and reach down towards your foot. From here, you can let your nose go towards the wall or up to the ceiling. Either way, you're looking for a little extra stretch in that left side of your neck right now. One more breath. Inhale. On the exhale, bring that head back up on top of the roller. You're going to look off the other way. Look off to the left. Let your head slide off. This side's way tighter for me. Reach that right arm down by your side. And then again, play with if your nose needs to be up toward the ceiling or over towards the wall. Whatever works for you. Again, this is about just feeling out what your body needs. There's no real right way or wrong way. Play with where you are and what your body needs. And take an inhale. And exhale, bring that head right back up to the ceiling. From here, you can lie here as long as you want. This video is going to come to an end. Thank you for joining me on this adventure in Coronavirus 2020 YouTube video Pilates. Please keep moving, do your thing. We'll see what videos come up next. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. See you soon. Bye-bye.